So it has been quite some time since we last caught up with Adam22, and the last time we talked about him, he was facing some financial challenges with the No Jumper brand, while his wife was diving headfirst back into bed with his biggest adversary, Jason Luv.
Yo, excuse me. Hi. Okay. What do you guys do for the people? I know what you guys do.
Guy's wives for them.
Oh my gosh, you said it.
I'm the wife.
Where's Adam?
He's working, I'm working, you know.
Now since then, the word around the virtual block is that she has performed with all types of people. You know, it's become like a Super Smash Bros. Free-for-all up in there, and everyone is getting off their finishing shot. And now the situation is once again coming back to a head, as this weekend Adam will be stepping into the ring to fight the man who had his girl screaming. But before we get into the straight up embarrassment that came with the promotion for that fight, I did want to show you guys this clip, as towards the end of last year, Adam went on this podcast one night with Steiny. I believe this is like a Nelk Boys production. And while discussing the hot topic at the time, which was Akash and his wife Jasleen and all the things she had to say about their relationship, of course Adam was like the one guy on earth actually defending Akash's wife, and he had this to say about my channel as well as a couple of other people here on YouTube.
That's why she felt comfortable saying that, but then once the Poetic Flacos and the Jamaris and the Myrons of the world all lock into place, I mean, like, you have to understand, there's a very concerted effort to, like, paint people as villains on the internet so that they can look bad, so that they can have a new person to make videos about. Like let's say you had a girlfriend and all this stuff was getting exposed or whatever. Like, you don't believe that they would just lock into place to make Steiny the cuck of the year or the fool of the year. You know, they love to be able to paint someone as that.
I will never be awarded that. I want to make it very clear. I will never get that Cook of the Year award. Don't even put me in the nominations because that's not a true thing.
All these internet cretins line up to make content about people, and in order to make content about people, they really have to demonize somebody.
And so obviously Adam has not been too happy over my coverage of his online antics over the last couple of years.
All right, this is where I take things to a whole new level. They said, "Are you down to wear these shorts?" I said yes.
Which is pretty funny to me because if you've been watching my channel since before like the Jason Luv cuck era of Adam22, I was actually quite supportive of his content. I described him as like the modern day Howard Stern, who was given these unique interviews where he was not scared to ask pretty much any question. And all I really told Adam is that from the start, making this decision to lean fully into this cuck arc and really turning into this caricature of yourself who's always just like making fun of his own life online is going to have some repercussions that money cannot really buy back.
When it came out on the internet and it became like the only thing for, I don't know, a couple weeks, probably it was like a solid month where it was like,
no, it was huge.
Everything. Like every rapper I interviewed was talking about it. Every day I'm looking at my subscription tab and just seeing my face over and over, just like, what the fuck, you know? The actual was not the hard part. The becoming a punchline to that extent, like I was used to being like hated already, but being that much of a joke for a period of time to a lot of people was kind of weird.
And I also thought it was hilarious that he mentioned like, oh, they're gonna give you the Cuck of the Year award. Like, it's so random, because that means one of the thumbnails I made must have really bothered him.
This might offend you because you are the King Cock, respectfully.
But I also find it peculiar because it's like, dude, you were the one out here making yourself the cuck of the year, having countless tweets like this. We gotta think about the family business, and sometimes the family business requires a large man blowing a load in her mouth. Like, my guy, what did you want me to do with this information? Like, when you were posting up like this, purposely making yourself the butt of the joke, all for a tiny bit of internet clout, what the hell did you expect people to say?
I got stopped on the street like 4 or 5 times already. Normally it's just to talk to me about me, but then it was like, oh, you No Jumper wife. I'm like,
What?
Yeah, I guess.
Wow, insane. If we do choose to have another kid, how am I going to know it's mine?
And I guess Adam even went on this other podcast and crashed out after getting rage baited by this man right here.
I heard through someone who knows you very well that you are a very generous man.
I don't know about that, but okay.
You're so generous that you share your wife.
I do. Sometimes Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very I think that's the most generous thing you can do.
Thank you. You know, I don't think any of the other men that I've ever allowed her to sleep with have ever said that to me, so thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
And this was the exact thing that I warned Adam about before he opened Pandora's box, is that he was basically never going to be taken seriously again, whether it was by the audience or when he goes on shows like this, and he gets so frequently made fun of. I mean, this is probably the third or fourth time this has happened.
Now, how much does someone have to smoke to let someone else f their wife?
Yeah, I only done one time in my life.
So it just takes one time. Do you or do you not regret allowing Lena to sleep with Jason Luv?
I absolutely do not regret that.
Blood, sweat, forward breathing, upper breathing. I've been testing since the 1980s.
But would you agree that the only thing that's became more open is Lena's clam?
Okay. I mean,
or is it
something about the word clam? Yeah, her has maintained the majority of the pre-Jason Luv tightness.
No, I think the only thing that's still tight is the devil's grip on her soul, I would say at this point, right?
Yeah, him talking about his own wife like this is just crazy. But hey, if they have that type of relationship, that's on them. I just think it's funny that Adam went on the other podcast and was crying like a victim.
Her soul has not been in any way affected by her career.
Is that objectively true?
Can we talk about something else?
I do have a lot of more questions. They're all about Lena. There's about 21 more questions.
Okay. I don't know like why you like flew out to the other side of the country just to give me a hard time about my wife and to sit this creepy bisexual black guy next to me and to weird me out.
I'll give you a hard time.
True.
Either way, guys, here's where we get to the fight promotion and the embarrassment that came with that. On January 3rd, I will be facing Jason Luv. Somebody call an ambulance, but not for me. And as you guys can see, this is an Aiden Ross production. I did think this reply was pretty funny. I'd be the first ever deadbeat son if this was my pops. And Adam did make this little video in anticipation for the fight, talking about his motivation for fighting Jason.
I am going to be facing Jason Luv on January 23rd in Miami. I've been in the gym. I've been training. Listen, this guy Jason Luv, he's big, he's muscular, I got better cardio, and I got heart, because that dude f***ed my wife. Just know, I'm out for blood.
And let's be real, guys, if Adam gets knocked out by Jason Luv in that ring, on an Aiden Ross production of all things, I do believe that that might be the final nail in the coffin of Adam22 and the No Jumper brand. And then of course his wife would give her thoughts, as obviously she herself is a big part of the narrative for this fight. And I did even see like an Instagram comment where she said, "Oh, you got this, baby." And then someone was like, "Oh, which one of them are you talking to?"
You know, trying to decide who I'm gonna sleep with on fight night, I just feel like there's so many factors. Do either of these guys have any energy left for at the end of the day?
This is crazy.
I'm trying to remind him, like, this is the man that had me biting the bed sheets. This is the man that made my body feel amazing in my scene with him. So,
I mean, come on, Adam. And I know for a fact that he was the one filming this interview. Like, if anything at this point, I think that the guy does have an embarrassment fetish.
you know, I'm just hoping that all of these things build up in his mind and he just like sees red and just goes for it and it just takes over. Better cardio. I mean, my experience with Jason's cardio is obviously only in the bedroom. I feel like he's pretty good. You may have been able to take me down in the bedroom, but you are not going to take down my husband.
I mean, I can't deny it. The woman is a master marketer. I mean, this is the fucking modern day Steve Jobs you're looking at right here. And Adam would once again return to the cuck chair to give his thoughts.
The fact that he slept with her, my subconscious mind might be more bothered by it than my sort of conscious brain, if you feel me. It was kind of wild to see her screaming and biting the sheets and just freaking out because he's got this big old 10-inch thing on him. Did I feel a little bit of jealousy? I think it would be fair to say that, but at the same time, found it kind of arousing. You know, a lot of people like to throw the cuck term on me. Yeah, you know, I'm not above enjoying seeing my wife get by another guy.
So once again, I'm really unsure if this is all just really for the camera or for the promotion, and like if the way he spoke in the other interview is the way he actually feels. But you just cannot be surprised when people take the things that you say online seriously.
Yeah, it's one thing to be a cuck and it's another thing to be a cuck who got beat in a boxing match by the same guy who your wife. So I can definitely see how the stakes are high on this one.
I mean, they gotta be giving Adam at least a cool $1 million to do this.
I'm actually getting kind of stressed out about this Jason Luv fight.
Oh my god, babe, let me tell you exactly what's gonna happen. He likes to start fast. He's really confident. Like, he thinks the whole thing is gonna be over in 1 minute. He's very aggressive, and once he gets going, he like completely forgets that there's another person involved. He's super strong for sure. We can all see that, but he doesn't really pace himself. So if you just stay calm and let him wear himself out, he's gonna leave it wide open for you and get super sloppy. Honestly, endurance was never his strong suit. If you keep applying steady pressure, he's just gonna crumble and lay there and wonder, what the fuck just happened?
Are we talking about fighting or
boxing?
So yes, she is really the ultimate winner in all of this. Well, I guess Jason too. So I guess Adam is actually probably the only loser. And speaking of the devil in Adam's life, here is his little bit of fight promotion.
I've never professionally boxed before. I don't think there's any personal beef, but I would assume you have a slight vendetta against me for, you know, all the nonsense that people was talking in the comments and stuff, so you gotta prove yourself. And so at the end of the day, no matter if I'm whipping Adam's ass or I'm tapping Lena's ass, none of that matters. I come with athleticism and determination, and I, you know, give it my all.
And this was Adam's response to that promo where he says, he's my up, but goddamn he's good looking. Here the two men would actually come together for some fight promo.
You know, I kind of feel like the Jason and Lena era is over at this point. I think, you know, she's got a new scene dropping with Girthmaster. I think I wasn't supposed to say that. Fuck.
Wait, another guy?
She's been working with a few other male talents. I don't know that her and Jason are necessarily going to reconnect in that way, but she was like, oh my God, what if you get knocked out? I'm like, I'm not getting knocked out. What are you talking about? I mean, you know, she's worried about it now that she's had time to see me in action and watch me actually get out there and train and everything. I think she's seeing how serious I'm taking it, and I think that her concerns have been soothed a little bit.
Now let's see what Adam is talking about when he speaks on this training that he has been undergoing.
Roll under after that. 1, 2. That's it.
Who put this shit together, bro? Man, shout out to Adam, man. And here is some training footage from the Jason Luv camp. I mean, I would think that the guy has to have some power. He is a massive person. But to me, he does look pretty damn slow. Not saying Adam was exactly a gazelle out there, but that might be like his only chance is to, like he said, have better cardio than Jason. I mean, like I said, if he manages to knock Adam out, it's really all over but the crying. And the trainer here actually claims that Adam has great reach, pause, and that might also give him a huge advantage in this fight. Now I will say guys, if he does manage to somehow knock Jason Luv out, does that redeem his cuck status in some sort of way? Like, will that put his reputation back on the right path?
Chat, should I put in their contract the winner gets the Lena?
This is the man that had me biting the sheets. It's really good. He made 10 times.
You know, I had been wondering who Adam looks like, and I finally see it, guys. It's that boy Crash Bandicoot, down to the fucking stance. And now they're saying that this clip might not age well.
It would take a lot of money, and it would probably have to be somebody who I felt like I could actually beat the shit out of. So I don't know. I don't know who fits into that category. They were talking about me boxing Jason Luv. He would turn me into a pack. I don't know if I want to do that, so.
But the storyline, that storyline right there, no one's ever seen a storyline that crazy as you and Jason Luv. Remember the hype, the promos that come out of it, the press conference, the weigh-ins.
That was a weird time period. I had like a superpower at that moment where I could say pretty much anything on TikTok or Twitter or whatever, and it would just go nuts. So I felt like I hammed it up as much as I could, but I could have possibly done more.
Would it give you like a 10% chance, a 15% chance? Where do you rack it out of 0 to 100?
Probably very close to a 0% chance. Yeah, it's got to be close to a 0. I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's what people do when they need money, and I don't really feel like I need money, and I don't really feel like fighting someone or having to train to fight somebody, or really.
So yes, the bag either must have just been too enormous to ignore, or it is very possible that Adam now needs some money. Though I don't really see that being the case, as he has described himself numerous times as being a rather conservative spender. But I don't know, some people see that bag and they just cannot take it. It doesn't matter what their net worth is. But either way, I do want to know what you guys think about this entire situation down below. Will you be tuning into this fight? Will you just be looking out for the highlights on Twitter? I mean, like I said before, Jason really has nothing to lose here, and for Adam this could be like the beginning of the redemption arc, but the man also could get officially sent to the Shadow Realm. Either way though, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing, but as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other online embarrassment out here needs to be covered, so I'm out. Peace!